Bank account, but overworking yourself does take a toll on your body. And here with some tips on how to balance your work schedule as you head into the new year is someone with some personal experience. Will Scott, the owner of Search Influence, and he's joining us today with some personal perspective and also some good advice on how to balance it all out. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming in. Tell me about your personal perspective when it comes to balancing all of this on a daily basis, because we all juggle so much.
I think that we talk so much about balance, but really the trick is to make sure that you've got room for the things that are most important. One of the things that we did at Search Influence about a year and a half ago is we switched from a traditional 40-hour work week to one that's focused around core hours, where our team they can work as long as they work 40 hours during a week, and they're in the office between 9 and 2 Monday through Thursday, 9 and noon on Friday. They have the discretion to plan their work week around the work that needs to get done.
So that's your way of trying to give them some more control to try to maybe prioritize some of the things they feel they can't with the restrictive schedule.
Indeed. Look, I'm really lucky. I started this company with my wife, and so for the last 13 years, we've had the freedom to take care of the things we need to take care of. And as our young team starts having their own kids and their own lives outside of work, it was really important to us to support them with that same kind of flexibility.
And when people are juggling so many things now, why is it you think it's so important to find that work balance? I mean, what has your company, what have you found when you don't do that?
Well, so it's deadly if you don't, right? I mean, I personally, just before I turned 45, had a heart attack. Now, I'm much better now. Ran an Ironman a few months ago, so things are good. But I think I'm the extreme case, but I do think that stress has a really negative impact on people's ability to focus on the things that are important to them.
And I think, just people are going, balancing your life, blah, 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 not important. But, I mean, that was a sobering wake-up call for you.
Oh, indeed. There's nothing more sobering than looking up at your wife from the floor of the shower wondering what the heck just happened, right? But I don't want to think too much about that, because I think the really important thing is if you consider where the important things fit, the big rocks, if you will, in your life, you can actually get them done without all that stress.
So for our viewers looking, they say, where do I start? I may not have a lot of time because they're so packed. Where do you start with balancing that?
So, personally, I wake up really early so that I can take care of things that are important to me. Another thing that I personally do is I block time. This is also something we train our team at Search Influence to do, is we make sure that they have space within the office and outside of the office to set aside time for their most important work. Because as we know, we may have a to-do list that's 100 items long, but there's probably only 3 or 4 that are critically important to get done today. And if you make that decision ahead of time and then work to it, you find yourself with a lot less stress.
Yeah, and I guess it's important to try to put on paper what are the most important things in 2019 for you, and start from there.
Yeah, I think if you start, and we read this great book called The One Thing, and it talks about looking first at your life plan, then your 5-year plan, then your 1-year plan, and ultimately you come down to what's most important to do today. And if you've got more than 1 or 2 really important things to do today, chances are one of them's not going to get done. And so you should just accept that and move on.
Yeah, that is so true. Some really good advice. Thank you so much. Have a happy new year.
It's my pleasure.
I know you
too.
You've got it organized.
Yeah, no, I'm
you
ready.
got it. You're ready. Okay, let's get over now to